Gentlemen, morning, MGTOW. Morning, men. I'm Jeff, and you have reached the Muslim MGTOW. Ex-Muslim MGTOW. The MGTOW mindset. Still figuring out a damn name for this shit. Okay, we got a bunch of things that we do around here. I forgot to tuck in my shirt. One of those things that we like to try to do around here. You know, some kind of decent looking image to some extent. Building businesses. Friends with, good incomes. Changing your circle, things like that. Here's my wife, Ariel. Now, what I'm going to do right now is just continue with part 2 of Kevin Samuels versus 3 young ladies. I just wanted to let you guys know that my camera on my, I'm working with my camera phone, and so I can only take about 10-minute long videos. So, yeah, let's get to it. Let's just get to it.
One of the things I kept hearing is the notion of fairness. Fairness. Why is that so important to you, Amanda?
I hate to admit it, but I do. Like, I'm not a man. I'm just a girl, and I don't think that I should have to accept less than me because I was born with different equipment. I think that's bullshit.
Well, if you're half a man, then you should understand this full concept that men don't care about fair.
Don't care about it.
I don't have to care about
Bam!
No. Men don't.
And that's one thing I wanted to say too, gentlemen. We need to stop letting these bitches say these fucking remarks as if they have any idea of what the fuck that means. Half a man. You kiss my ass, half a man. These women are less than a fourth of a man. What makes her half a man? Makes her half a man? Because she got a good paying job? Yeah, but she got that good paying job because they had in lieu of some more better qualified man that could have taken that same position and done a better job because of identity politics and quotas. Fuck that. Don't ever let these women get away with no crap like, oh, you're not half a man. If I punched the shit out of you, you wouldn't get up it wouldn't take you half the time or twice the time to get up. It would take you 4 times the time to get up. You fucking play with me.
Care about fair, or else you wouldn't conquer other people.
Exactly. Conquering. And that's another thing. We as men, whenever men get into a conversation with each other, there's always a low-level threat of violence.
You want the real deal?
You say something fucked up about somebody's mama, he might punch you in your fucking mouth. These bitches get the disrespect men to our faces.
You look like you're from.
They get to say things like, "Oh, I'm half a man" or some horseshit. You're not half of nothing. Say some disrespectful shit like that, and then we don't fucking punch these hoes in their face. I advocate that you do once in a while. I advocate that we treat women just like we treat men. If you would have punched a man in the face for saying some dumb shit like that, then you should punch these females in the face for saying that dumb shit. That's how equality, equal rights, equal lefts.
Your people are from the Caucasus Mountains, European descent.
This white bitch want to tell a black man.
Yes.
The white bitch wants to tell a black man.
And between
about
a lot of
fairness.
Tribes, Germania, the Franks, if we cared about fairness, we would just let everybody stay on their land. Vikings wouldn't have raided and pillaged. England would have stayed on its island. Scotland would have been all right. Ireland would have been all right. Matter of fact, Hong Kong wouldn't have been a British protectorate for how many years? Oh, until the last, 30, 40?
Right.
Men don't care about fair. We conquer.
Right. And women request the conquering. So let's not act like women have nothing to do with the conquering.
I didn't know that only men were a part of conquering.
No, we're not. Women ask for the extra. Women want to go on a vacation in Cambodia. Then, we find out it's hostile land, or they got gold, or they got gas, or they got something. We're going over there. We're going to take that shit and make the place safe for you to come.
Why is fairness so important? You said because you're half a man.
Because if you expect something of me, I should be allowed to expect the same of you. And if you can't offer me that, you don't deserve to be in my life.
But that has nothing to do with fairness.
I like how she said that. If you don't offer me something, I shouldn't have to offer you anything. It's just not fair. Then my question to everybody in the audience is, what do women just come out offering? I mean, because I still have yet to this day got an answer to the question of, what do women offer? And the only people who ever attempt to answer the question are men. And the answers to the questions that I have gotten were, they have kids, duh, no shit. No shit. So, sex. Oh, well, they also spend all the money, and they spend most of the money in the economy. If they didn't spend money, then most of these businesses would crash. No, they wouldn't. And, okay, so fine. So, all right, so far we got sex and they spend your money. That's what we need women for? Oh, okay. So let me ask you something. If we switch that around, right, and that was all men brought to the table, was sex and I'll spend your money, would you find that acceptable? No? Exactly.
What does everything do with fairness?
No, fairness means you get an opportunity. Fairness doesn't mean you get an outcome. Oh my God. You get an interview, you're not guaranteed a job.
No, you're not. But I work very, very hard to ensure that I keep it.
Well, if that's the case,
Right?
If that's the case, you should be able to secure the things you want, so you should have no problem.
Obviously not. Not when
Six
men are out
minutes.
here believing like you don't have to be fair.
Well, those two things can exist in the same place.
We haven't even been part of human history. It's just men, and all we care about is
Well,
conquering.
no. You just said you work very hard, so you should get the outcomes. See, if hard work was all that was required, then we would almost be guaranteed. Hard work gets you a ticket to the.
The funny thing is, she's gonna sit up here and say, "Oh, well, throughout history, it's just bad," and like as if women have contributed to history, right? But then every single point of contention that you bring up to this woman, and you'll see that in the next part, because we're gonna be wrapping up this part very soon. But every single point of contention this man brings up to her, she turns it around and says, "Well, it's mine. It's mine. It's mine. It's mine." It's always men who've done something, when it's something when you're trying to say something negative, whenever there's a cause and effect, you're trying to say the cause is always the man and women are just reacting. Right? But when we talk about history, you want to be like, "Oh, no, we'll see, women contributed just as much to history as mine, though." So then, if you're saying that, then you have to acknowledge that whatever position you're in, whatever suffering you're dealing with today, was also caused by women. But she can't do that because women can never blame themselves for something that they put on themselves.
Man, it doesn't guarantee you the top spot. How many? Who lost the Super Bowl, guys?
The Kansas City Chiefs.
Can you say they worked hard this year?
I'm a little
Very hard.
Number two.
up.
We don't worry about
Because,
fairness. We worry about winning.
I've been up all night trying to get this shit right so I can.
Just like, you know
do
what?
this
How
for
many
you
times
guys.
you've gotten to a club into VIP for free when some ugly chicks had to pay full price?
Is that my fault?
No. I've asked how many times it happened before you go down that path.
I mean, it's plenty of times in Miami.
Exactly, but that's not fair, is it?
Well, please don't forget I'm not from here.
But that's
so
not the point, man. That's not fair, is it?
I also don't care about those things.
But so you only care about fairness when it doesn't benefit you.
You see that shit? That was 3 rapid fire deflections. Rapid fire. Just throw them out. Oh, I don't care about those things. Well, that's not fair. Well, it's just mine. These women are lazy-minded. They're not even putting up any actual arguments anymore. Because we've allowed these bullshit to happen. This bullshit deflection, dismissive language that they use, shaming. What's my man read? Mediocre tutorials with sign language, shaming, insults, and guilt. Sign language. But I'm gonna end it right there for this particular video. Come back for part 3. Which in part 3 I'm gonna let this run a little bit more, okay, and then we can hear more of what these two are going to say, and then I'm just gonna give my thoughts, I think, on that last part of on part 3. So, thanks for watching.